My name is Chelsey, and I attend here at the Palmetto Bay campus. I am a volunteer who serves in production. I also volunteer in CF Students, and I am the admin at Christ Fellowship Miami. I have my mom. She's a single parent. My dad wasn't around, and it's just been me and her. We lived in New York at first, and then we came here when I was 8, and her and I have been living here ever since. I say we're really close because she plays a big role in my life, where she plays the two parents, the mom and dad, and she's just always been there with me, and she's just my rock. She has gone through so much. She would party all the time. She would smoke all the time with her friends. I would be coming home late at night, like super high, just living the crazy life, even though I did know about God, but I just was doing my own thing. I believe the friends who you surround yourself with, they have this high influence. So when they would party, they just influenced me to party. And it wasn't that I was like a drinker, but I just like loved the life of that, dancing, staying up late at night, hanging with friends. It was just a very like toxic moment in my life where my friends just brought me down with them. But I would say like they just influenced me a lot. And it wasn't peer pressure or anything. It was more like, hey, here, try this. Or what do you think of this? How do you feel after? And I would be like, oh, I feel great. I would say I was just very curious. I was like, oh, what is this gonna make me feel like? And for example, like when it came to like weed or whatever, obviously you would just be like numb. And I just really loved that feeling. But I guess I just was just feeling a void in my heart, just like not having a dad around, just living my life. So that was just like my way, just getting through things. But I was mostly curious. I felt really empty. I felt like very draining after like taking those type of things. It wasn't gonna satisfy me. I knew I was just like in a rat hole, just like deep in there, like wasn't gonna get out type thing. I was just trying to like get anything in this world that just like to fill it in me, and it was just bad. So throughout that COVID moment, right before it started in March, I had taken something I wasn't supposed to. I had a very bad reaction to my body, like really bad. Came home and my mom was like, oh, hey, Charles, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing great. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell her what's going on. And I'm like getting shaky, like my whole body's like low-key yellow. And I'm like, oh snap, something is about to happen to me if I don't start talking. I go to my room, I try to sleep it off. And I text my friend, hey, like, yo, whatever we took, I'm not feeling good. Like, I'm feeling like trash. So then my mom comes up to me, she goes, oh, what's really going on? I'm like, I'm fine. Later at night, I tell her, I'm like, yo, we need to call the ambulance because I think I'm about to pass out. Like, I was like, oh Lord, like, I think I hit my like point. And she's like comforting me. She's like, oh, let me give you tea, let me help you. And she's like, what did you consume? And I was like, oh, like, I had my vape and I had my weed, like that's all I took. And she's like, she wasn't gonna get mad at that moment because she was just thinking about, let me try to save my daughter type thing. We didn't end up calling the ambulance. It was just like a really scare and bad reaction to my body. And that moment, like I just remember like God saying like you don't have to deal with that anymore. Like you can fully like give your life to me and know that I'm gonna satisfy your needs, And obviously, like I changed completely, obviously. I was grounded for like 3 months, forever. I was like, okay, I learned my lesson, and I departed from those friends. And then that's when young adults opened up. And my mom had mentioned it to me. And she's like, oh, let's go to the draw camp. So I'm like, nah, I don't wanna go. I was still like fighting the resistance. And she goes, no, like I need you to be plugged into a church because you've been surrounding yourself with bad people, and I need you to like stop playing around. So then I ended up going to young adults. It was when it was really, really small. So like Pastor Gabe was there, Didi was there, and my mom went the first day without me. She's like, pray for my daughter. I need her to come to Christ. I need her to like have this community because like she's not doing well. So then Dee Dee was just there and she was like, this is gonna change your life. And Pastor Gabe was like, you're gonna love it here, even if you don't feel like it. And then I started making friends, and then I started, reading my Bible on my own, even though I did grow up in a Christian home. But like, I know of God, but I didn't have the fear of God at that time. And later on, I started like having this reverence toward God. I started, doing my devotionals. I started like wanting to know so much about God because I was like, I know He's gonna save me and I know He's gonna restore my heart. And He ended up doing that for me. And it's like the best decision I've ever made in my life. Like young adults has like changed my life like tremendously. And like I'm just grateful for like the pastors and mentors who prayed for me throughout that whole process, So it was good. I'm very happy. He has taught me growth. Like that's the word, is growth. He has taught me, like, he has like disciplined me in ways that I didn't think I needed. Like he has brought like new community into my life. Like he has just people just pouring into me, and he's just been blessing me so much. Like even working here, like it's just been amazing, and like I'm just so blessed. He has taught me to just have so much fear of the Lord, because we can be so like, oh yeah, we love God. It's like, but are you really fearing Him? And He has brought that into my heart, and it's like, it's been amazing. And I want everybody to like feel that way towards God, like that unconditional love that He's gonna give you everything you need for like ever. What I would say to somebody who has been going through that so much and who's an unbeliever, I would just say, that's not gonna fill you. I would say you're just feeling so much in you that you're just gonna put yourself in a hole. And I would just encourage you to turn into the right direction, turn to Jesus. My name is Chelsey, and I am restored.